stuff.
Hello, welcome to Entertainment and Star Wars. My name is Rob. I'm here, and you are there. And with me today is not Rhodes Rants. No, it's not Rhodes. It's not Rhodes. It's
Um,
the Entertainment Crew. How you doing, man? Good to see you. It's my buddy Luke.
I'm excited to talk about some Mandalorian.
Yeah. And so if you don't know Luke, I know Luke since wow, he used to be called the Force Wave. I mean, I remember Luke.
Yeah.
What, two
So
years now?
two
Has
years or maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure. It's been a while. I remember start of your channel. I would watch it. I remember I scrolled down, and 3 months ago is when you first started your like first video or something like that. So I've been around for a while. I remember when you had 50 subscribers or something like that.
wow.
I remember you do your little videos in the car or something like that. I remember those.
Hey
You,
Connor, what's up? Connor, if you want to come on, you can come on. Just let me know if you want. I can always drop the link if you're interested. So, okay, so let's talk about the man that you weren't here for the first episode. So I'm going to ask you, what would you rate the first episode, The Marshal?
the first episode, I would have to give a 9 out of 10. I think that was a great episode. I liked the ending. I liked everything about it. I liked how we got to see a more intimidating Mandalorian. Like there's some things in season one that made him a little bit like, wishy-washy, you could say. And I want a more of an anti-hero. I want more to see him intimidating and not a villain, but an anti-hero. And I'm glad when we saw that, like when he had left that one place, that the people that were threatening him, and he fed them to the dogs. I like that. That was funny. That was badass. I like seeing that.
Yeah,
And
that was pretty
like
wicked.
I like seeing the Tusken Raiders and how they have way more development. And we've known them since what 1977 when the first movie came out, and we never really got that much development with them. But now we can kind of see a different side of things. So I thought a 9 out of 10. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I really got hooked on it. I felt like at first it started off and it was really got me into it. We got Boba Fett, we got his Sears armor. When he walks into the cantina, the Mando, and he's looking for him, and he's like, "Well, you could turn around right there." And you see the marshal standing there with the Boba Fett armor. I was like, "Oh!" Right away hooked me in, and then the Crate Dragon comes into town, and I was like, "Wow!" It eats the bantha, and I was like, "Wow!" This episode, I just loved it up and down. Like you said, the Sand People, to get a little bit more personal with them. I thought that was really cool. Hold on. Is he in?
Ooh,
See right now.
there he
It's
is.
yeah.
You're
You
muted.
might.
Muted.
You muted.
I haven't watched the second episode, by the way.
Oh no! I don't want to
I don't
spoil it
really
for you.
listen. I heard there's a study that it actually makes you enjoy it more if you're spoiled. So I don't really care. And plus, I heard from Luke so I don't
Yeah.
really care. I'll talk
Yeah.
about the first one if you want.
Okay. I think it's more of a filler episode. I hate to use that word, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like it just put a little into it. So, okay. First off, I'll tell you what. What did you think of the first one?
It's fantastic. It's almost everything I like in a episode of The Mandalorian just combined into one thing. I think so far it's probably the best episode, or might be up there at least. It has to be up there. So.
Yeah, I feel the same way as Shad does. Definitely, I felt that this was fantastic, man. I watched this thing like 2-3 times. I thought it was great. I thought it was great. I really, really, really enjoyed it. So, oh my god, that's going to be my new channel name, by the way. So that's gonna be, that's my wife, by the way. That's her. Didn't you time her out once?
Yeah, tell me about that.
I couldn't help it. It was such a funny moment. I was sitting there like, "What did you do?" Sorry, man. Sorry.
Hey, it had to be done, right?
my god! Oh, that was funny. Here's the question I have, Shad. Is it? Are you going to be okay if we talk about two, or you going to be?
I don't. To be honest, based on what you've told me so far, it doesn't seem like it's not. I'm not really missing that much, to be honest.
Okay.
Based on what you're saying, it's a filler. So
Oh,
yeah.
look at this. She said, "Oh, that was you. Now I know your face."
Now, don't hate me. Don't hate me. All right.
She's laughing. All right, so let's just dive into this. So we agree we liked episode 1. I'm gonna put it to you this way. I think we're seeing Boba Fett again. Hey Rosie, what's going on? I think we're gonna see Boba Fett again. I think it's gonna be towards the end of the episodes. I don't, I don't know if he's gonna if Boba's gonna help him, or he's gonna fight and try to get the armor back, or he's out to kill. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I just have a strong feeling this is not the last we've seen of Boba Fett. What do you guys think?
I agree. By the way, on our review, this guy, he didn't even he didn't even know that was Boba Fett if you watch our review, and I had to explain it to him in the review.
It was hard to tell, man. I didn't have my glasses. All right.
That's fine. That's because
I wear glasses too, and I could tell.
Well, here's the thing: when we see Boba Fett in Empire Strikes Back, we always see him with the Mandalorian helmet. We've never seen him unmasked before. So,
Right.
so to be honest, to be fair about it, the only way
But he wasn't attacking the clones. All the clones could see their faces and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't.
That.
I didn't expect it. I was like, who's that guy in the end? I didn't want. I was wondering actually. I was like, who is that guy? Like, why is he popping up out of nowhere? And I didn't realize until he told me that. Oh, that's the Boba Fett. I was like, what?
Yeah, because
I was confused.
Yeah, if you think about it, Jango Fett, right? He plays everything. He plays Jango, the clones, whatever. But when Boba Fett's young, we see young Boba Fett. We don't see older version of Boba Fett, but it's just him. That's because the clones are all the same. So the only thing he didn't have the clones DNA. That's why he didn't have that aging thing.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I could identify him because it was the actor of Jango Fett and Attack the Clones, just a more wrinkled version. So
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, we watched it.
So,
and I noticed.
Here's the thing: how did he escape?
We don't know.
Jetpack, probably jetpack.
Boba Fett, he's a Chad. He just climbed his way out of there.
Maybe he killed it.
Well, they mentioned in episode 1 that dragon ate the Sarlacc. I don't know if you guys caught that, where they mentioned that. Yeah, they mentioned it because I watched it twice. That's the only way I knew. And I was like, wait a minute, this dragon ate it? Because I guess it went underground to eat it, I don't know if it's possible.
Wait. So actually, I think that the Sarlacc bat is actually a girl, by the way. So maybe Boba did some things to get out of there.
Luke always has to come up with these theories, man. I don't know.
That's going to be the next theory on our channel, right, guys?
That's going to be the next video. Luke's theory. How Boba gets out.
Obviously, it worked, right? He's out, so.
Yes, you're right, man. He got out. But okay, Shad, we're gonna get into episode 2, and then we'll explain it, and then you could give your thought on it.
All right.
So first off, I think me and Luke came to the same conclusion. It's not as good as 1. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's horrible, but I wouldn't say it's like wow. It would hook you in. Maybe I would say for me, I'm gonna say a 5 out of 10. I think I'm being fair. Luke, what do you think?
I was gonna go for more of a 6 out of 10, but okay. It's around the 5-6 range. I would have to say.
I agree. Yeah.
And basically, the episode, it was the whole purpose of his thing was to get to the other Mandalorians, and it spent the whole episode just doing nothing. Basically, they crashed on the ice thing, and they just sat around. Like I don't understand why they couldn't have just gotten there. You know what I mean? Like they had to drag it out, and I don't like that.
Well, do remember they got to tell 8 hours of a story, so it's not a 2 hour movie. Had it been a movie, they probably would have skipped a lot of these episodes and just made him go and find the Mandalorian somehow.
They
But
could have like skipped it because what I would have liked them to do is maybe like skip the whole part that they're in the ship and just maybe explain, oh yeah, we ran into some trouble and then move on to the Mandalorians. They could have easily avoided it, But I think they're just trying to drag it on. I don't know why, but
yeah.
maybe the development, I'm not really sure.
So this is how it starts, Chad. So it leaves off like right away from the last episode. There's really not a time skip. Maybe 5 minutes. I don't know. So it shows the son's a Tatooine. He's on the speeder bike. He's hanging out of the pouch, laughing, giggling. So there's three. I think they're bounty hunters, right? There's like two rocks, like this. Like there's a rock here. Wait, hold on. Like there's a separation. There's two rocks. I can't really do it. It is a separation. So they hide behind one rock, and the other one hides behind the other rock, and they pull out a rope, kind of like what the Ewoks did in Return of the Jedi when they were getting the speeders. So I was like, oh man, if they get this guy's name, because that's what happened with the speeders in the Jedi. They would have the ropes on each end of the tree, and they cut him. So he comes by, but they didn't get his body or anything. The speeder instead. So the speeder breaks in half. He goes flying. And the guys start trying to beat up Mandalorian. There's three of them. So one of them grabs Baby Yoda. So he's able to knock them out. And he sees the guy with Baby Yoda. I don't know what he was. And he's got a knife to him. And he's like, listen. If you kill him, I will spend my life hunting you and kill you. So we could do this two ways. One, you could just put him down and I'll give you something. Or I can kill you. What do you want to do? So he thinks about it. He's like, all right, anything you want. Whatever you want. So he gives him the jetpack. You want the jetpack? All right. He gives him the jetpack, which I thought was the funniest part of this episode. So the guy, he looks like a Jawa. He's running away. So Mando hits the jetpack. So the guy goes up in the air. If you don't see him, and you just see him land like boom, because he doesn't have the jetpack.
Yeah,
funny.
Honestly, there's probably an improvement on his face. To be honest,
Improvement what?
An improvement on his face because that creature is ugly.
Yeah. So it was pretty funny, man. It was pretty funny. So he's dead. So the Mando collects his belongings. The speeder's gone. He walks into town, into the cantina, and he finds that woman who's the mechanic. And what's her name? Hold on, I have her name. Not that it's major, but her name is Pele Moto. That's her name. I didn't know her name.
Me of like a hippie, honestly. She reminds me. Yeah, to be honest. She had the crazy hair. She was the mechanic on Tatooine. Remember her from season 1?
Yeah, I remember her, but I don't know. I don't get hippie vibes from her.
But some nutsy crazy lady.
Yeah, maybe like an older cat lady or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say. Yeah.
So he meets up with her. She's with this ant-looking thing, and this ant-looking thing, I didn't know his name. It's Dr. Mandible. That's his name. He's an ant-like creature. I'll call him Doctor. So they're gambling. They're playing that card game. So she's like, what happened to him? He's explaining. And he's like, I'm trying to find the Mandalorian. She thought he killed him. And he's like, no. This guy wasn't a Mandalorian. Just got his armor. It wasn't his. He was in a Mandalorian. So she said, well, he knows where you can find them, but you got to fork up 500. He's like, what? Anyway, he forks up the 500. She wins the card round and tells him that the Mandos are on another planet. All right. So he's like, all right, that's where I got to go, So before he gets off, the same lady grabs him and says, listen, you need to do a favor. If you want to find the Mandalorians, this woman's husband knows where they are, but you have to bring her and her eggs to the husband. He's like, listen, I'm not a taxi service. She said, well, you have to be if you want to find your kind. Her husband knows where they are exactly. He's like, all right, whatever. And just don't go to hyperspace because she has a whole container of eggs and you'll kill them. So he's like,
to be honest, I would have just gone hyperspace.
So he agrees. Whatever. They take off. She's like a frog lady. They
She's
call her. They call her the
weird.
frog lady.
They're coming up with some weird creatures, to be honest.
Mm.
But I
Good,
think that's.
good.
Ant, a frog, and stuff. Like, I don't
But
even know.
But I think that's cool because at least they make it something original, something
Yeah.
creative. I mean, listen, when Star Wars is all just human beings like us who talk English, you sit there and say, like, really? Like, should I travel the galaxy? I'd find other people like me, who understand
Yeah.
me. I think it should be more diverse. Like Battlefield 2. Battlefield 2, you play the game, you could choose aliens, humans, whatever. It should be more diverse.
That's true.
So anyway, they're going. He can't use hyperspace, and all of a sudden, like, he falls asleep later, and then the alarm goes off, and it's two X-wings. So basically, they're trying to make sure that he's not in the period, because like I said, the good guy. This is between when the second Death Star blew up and the Force Awakens. So he doesn't have. They ask him for codes and this and that. And he doesn't have anything. So he's like, I'm in a book. I don't think that was a smart move, but he decides to book it. So they keep wanting Razor Crest. We don't want to shoot you down. We don't want to shoot you down. We don't want to shoot you down. So he races and he hits some ice and he crashes, And so he's crash landed on a planet. Now he's got to get the hell off. So he caused more trouble for himself.
Mm.
So it winds up Yoda eating his eggs, and he stops Baby Yoda from eating eggs and stop eating the eggs, enough, man. He's getting mad at him. So the child's hungry. He wanders off into a cave. And did you guys ever see the movie Aliens?
No.
Oh man, you guys missed. That's a fantastic movie. Oh my god.
We're younger folks. We don't know about that stuff.
Aliens was a classic. Oh my god. It'll have you in your seat, man. It's even scary, that movie. It's really good. But anyway, there's a scene with aliens with his whole mother effing eggs. I mean, eggs are everywhere.
Mm.
So he's hungry and he decides, all right, I can't eat those eggs. I'm going to eat these eggs. Screw it. So he opens one up.
This reminds me of the Geonosis thing, like with the eggs, like in the Clone Wars. Like there was a bunch of eggs in the nest at the. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Like in the bugs? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the Geonosian bugs. They had a bunch of eggs and stuff. This reminds me of that.
Mm.
Right. I forgot about that. Right. Yeah.
Season 2.
You're right. Yeah. So think about that scene then. So he goes to open the egg and he starts eating the spider-like creature. So
wait, he started eating it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Yoda creature did.
Oh,
this.
no.
Yeah, he's eating eggs, basically. Just the frog lady's eggs. He stops when Mandel yells and stops. Now he's eating these spider eggs. He's eating a spider. So I'm like, oh my god.
The frog freaking attack him or something.
Yeah, you're right. But maybe she did. But I don't think she knew.
She would have been like, she would have figured, wait, there's less in here. Because, she knows she's a mom, so she knows how many's in there.
Man, I was thinking the same damn thing. Like, why wouldn't she look at him like, what are you doing? I'm surprised, too. Yeah, because mom's... Go ahead.
At least not towards the end of the episode. She didn't even at all.
Yeah, it was that I have to say, I agree with you on that. I think that was really odd that, like, it's a clear canister. You could see right through it. Like, you didn't count how many were in there. You didn't take 1, 2, 3, 4.
The comedy wasn't even that good. I think it was just for comedic relief, and I wasn't that amused by it.
Yeah, I didn't find that funny either. Like, about the ending. It's real quick at the ending. So anyway, the egg, and all of a sudden, all the eggs start coming out, and all this, God knows, hundreds of these spider things start coming after them. So they're running, and then Mando's trying to shoot them off, and then the mother comes out. She's huge. She's huge.
Oh no!
So now he's like, oh Jesus, this couldn't get any worse. So they are running with the canister. He's running with Yoda. The frog is running. Everybody's trying to make a mad dash towards the ship. and that thing is trying to crush them with the claw. So,
How big is it? Oh my goodness.
oh, huge. I mean, like you know the size of the Razor Crest, right?
No.
His ship is the Razor
Oh,
Crest.
yeah.
It's like twice the size of the ship.
Oh, it's pretty big then.
Yeah, it was huge. Now, here's the thing: did you guys ever watch Rebels?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what this spider is. It's a spider from Rebels.
Oh
You remember
yeah, in season 3, yeah, that one. Remember in season 3
I don't
where
remember.
uh what was that? Like
Kanan?
when they were on the secret base and Kanan was blind and he was like controlling them, trying to tame them.
I do not remember. I watched all the
Uh,
Rebels, but I don't remember it.
wow, because it was well. If you ever watch it, that's what these things are. I have the name of that too, but I don't want to bore you. But so these they're chasing him. There's tons of little guys after him. So they make it to the cockpit. He's trying to close the door, and these things are still trying to get. So he uses his flamethrower to burn them. So they
Mhm.
stop, and I forgot. He throws a grenade to stop the mother. So he's the mother's dead. Because the grenade goes off, and he's like, "Okay, good. I killed her. Now I just got to kill these little ones." That's what you think. But nope. She comes back, and she's trying to
Mhm.
claw him through the cockpit with her arm, and he's like, "Oh my god!" So he's in big trouble. All of a sudden, like laser blasts come from out of nowhere. He's like, "What the hell? Like, who could be helping him?" And it's the two rebels happen to find his location. So they come back and they
Mhm.
start helping them, start shooting all the spiders out of his way, and they kill the mother, and he comes out shocked, and he's looking at him. He's like, "Oh crap, you're gonna arrest me?" And they're like, "Well, we should, but we're not gonna because you saved some of our lives back in the first season." About that, he
Mhm.
saved like one of the guy's lives. So he said, "Even we should arrest you for what you've done. We did a scan on you, a report on you, and we're not going to let you go because you did save the guy. Reported that you saved him, so you didn't kill him when you could have. So get our codes, get the things we need, so the next time we don't have to go through this again." Okay, and that's it. And then they take off, and he fixes the ship, and he just takes off, and the very end of the episode, the only thing that happens is you see her with the canister protecting her babies, and then the child turns to the camera. He stuffs another one. The third one he eats it, and he winks, and then that ends the episode. It was stupid, and that
Mhm.
was the end of that. So
That's like a. It's kind of.
What do you
It
think of the
doesn't
whole
matter
plot?
that much. It
Now do you
doesn't
understand
matter.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
I
how
understand.
they could just explain how they ran into that trouble when they went onto the planet itself.
I think they could have skipped the entire thing. I mean, it's almost entirely useless. The episode, I would say, like, but I mean, you gotta have filler. Like Rebels, like every other episode was a filler. So I mean,
Clone Clone Wars
Clone
had that
Wars
filler.
actually they had filler, but their filler was super good. Like it was like their filler didn't even feel like a
It
filler.
reminds me of the Rafa and Trace filler
Okay, that was pretty.
would do.
Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. All right, I'm
So
talking
that's
about
that's the good stuff.
yeah,
uh,
I have to admit that season 7 that we could have all done without those episodes. I was like, oh god,
I gotta go get some water real quick, so I'm gonna
sure,
leave you
do
guys for a minute.
go ahead.
He's got to do his business, if you know what I mean.
I'm still here, dude.
So you can turn off the mic. Yep, he turned off the mic. Doesn't want us to hear.
So, well, here's what I think. Like, okay, the thing is, this gave us a lot of Easter eggs, which is okay for people to look for that. That's fine. It sets up that he's got to go to another planet to go find, the Mandalorians, right? So, okay, so I think they're gonna start off the next episode what we saw in the trailer when the Razor Crest was all beat up and the door was hanging open, and we're all wondering like, how did that happen? And we thought maybe the rebels were shooting at him. So now I'm thinking that okay, that's his ship. So the next scene that we see for episode 3 probably starts off with his ship all beat up and him like his ship like limping to the planet that he's got to go to. I mean, I think that's how it's going to start.
Well, I just kind of want to get to the part already. I wanted him to see the Mandalorians, I wanted him to meet the dad and have him show him where it is and kind of move the story forward. So I hope the next episode is a lot better than what we got, to say the least.
No, I understand. I think it will be. I think you're gonna have like one good, one good, because that's how they're gonna do it. I mean, otherwise, because you got 8 episodes, they got to give him some trouble. Like I know everybody's episode in season 1 weren't too fond of. Met Cara Dune. It was like it was cool to meet her, but the episode was okay. It wasn't anything like wow, And that's how I felt about this. It was another okay episode. It wasn't wow.
I didn't like that character. I didn't like her. I'm glad she's not in here because she gave no purpose to the story. She was just kind of like there just for extra arms, extra hands, and use for fighting. And I'm glad that they kind of put her on the back. She's not in season 2.
Oh no, she'll be here. She's coming.
Oh.
You didn't see the trailers, did you?
Oh.
They're both coming.
Kill her off.
They're both going to help him. He's going to run into them, and it could be in this next episode that they're coming. So
Back.
I mean, you guys. So you didn't see the trailer for the Mando, did you?
Probably. I might have.
I saw it.
I don't remember.
I saw it, but I just watched half of it and just gave up because I was like, I'm just gonna see when the thing actually comes out. So
I got you.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about episode 1 a little bit because I didn't talk episode 1 with you guys. So what were your thoughts on episode 1? I mean, I know Luke said it was a 9 out of 10. Shad, what do you think about
9
it?
out of 10. Same thing.
So now, what got your eye? What did you like a lot? What is there anything in there you didn't like? I want to get your thoughts on all that.
I think the character they added, I forgot his name. It was like the kind of like the sheriff of the little town. Yeah, I really like that guy, to be honest. I think he's one of the only likable side characters in Mandalorian. I don't even remember their names. The 2 people from the last season. What are they called?
Right, Cara Dune.
Yeah, Cara Dune and the other guy. The guy who gave the pucks.
Not Moff Gideon. I forgot his name. It wasn't Moff Gideon. Karga. I think it was Grief Karga.
Yeah, I don't like either of them. I don't think they're very likable. This guy though is he seems very he's a lot more likable than those characters. Even though you're supposed to like side characters because they support the main character, but for some reason I didn't like him. But I do like this guy because he seems like he's just trying to get his town to survive and everything. So yeah, one thing I also like about this episode is the what do you call it again? The crate dragon.
Yes.
It was super awesome to see how everything works. It's like using the sand as almost water. So it's definitely very creative and something new, which is very refreshing. So yeah.
Huh? You're muted.
Yeah. I was asking you what you think of episode 1.
Yeah. I pretty much agree with him on the stuff he had said, but I also want to add on. I said this earlier, but I like the whole Tusken Raider type of thing. How they had to work with them and the village and they work together. All right, you've never seen that before. You always seen the Tusken Raiders as beasts and monsters, but in this episode, you see they're actual people, and they're kind of they remind me of Native Americans, back in the day, the Indians or something like that. Kind of gave me that type of vibe. And then you think back in episode 2 when Anakin had killed them. All right, that gives a little bit more perspective that they weren't just these animals, and he killed the children of the Tusken Raiders. So that brings a little bit more development to the saga, which I liked in that episode. It was very impactful. So that's why it's a 9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think you guys are spot on with that. I mean, that one scene when he meets up with the Tusken Raiders, I don't know if you guys ever watched it, but The Lion King, that's what it reminded me of. They're in that little cliff area, and the hyenas come out, and you're like, oh, he's in trouble. I was thinking of the wampa. They came out, and I was like, "Whoa, those things are big, man!" And when they came out, I was like, it just reminded me of a hyena in the desert. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw them, and I was like, "Oh man, he's in trouble."
Mm. Yeah.
It's cool. It was cool. I have to admit, to see a different side of like. Here's the thing with I tried to point this out one time. I did this with you guys. I think we're talking about how the Jedi are this, and you know, if there's always different points of view, like he said to Luke, he said from a certain point of view. Yeah, well, if you look at it just one way, then okay, these are heroes, these are villains, these guys are animals, but you don't know the backstories, and if you get to learn the backstories, now you might say, "Whoa, I didn't," like the Clone Wars taught us that the clones weren't just some mindless clones who just going to war and battle. They had personalities, and I think that's what the Clone Wars did. I think that this show has now done that, and I think it's important for people to, like, if you're really a huge Star Wars fan, not to be so one-sided about things. Like you should know each character's backstory, because a person or a creature is the way they are because of their past or who they're with. There's just always a reason. There's like, if we just thought Darth Vader as being evil, what was the first impression you guys got of Darth Vader? He's evil. But now we know
Correct.
why. But now we know why. You know.
Mm.
I mean, in my opinion. I mean, but I think these shows, what's great about them is we're able to learn more about things that we didn't really know too much about before.
Right.
Like, put it this way, how do you, I'll leave this in your hands, since you guys do a lot of what ifs. I'm going to give you a what if, or
Okay.
what you guys would perceive. I'm going to put you on the spot. What happened to Boba Fett after Attack of the Clones? Go ahead. I'll let you guys decide that.
Wait.
Well,
After Attack the Clones, or
yeah. So
Returns?
the last time we see Boba is with his father's head, and he's looking at his father's head, totally
The
like.
Clone Wars.
whoa, you're forgetting something. Clone Wars. He was in the Clone Wars.
Wars. Okay, that's true. He was in the Clones.
Assassinate Mace Windu and everything. So, and he was with that creepy bald-headed girl.
I forgot her name.
I forgot her name. We know the old, not Asajj Ventress, but the old other bald.
Yes, I know who you're
There's
talking
two
about.
ball. They have an abundance.
Or a city, right?
Yeah, Orson. Yeah.
So that's what he was doing after the Attack of the Clones.
But what happens after that? Where does he go from there?
He go Jabba, I think. He just goes to Jabba.
Yeah, he's Jabba's henchman, basically, and I think he did stuff with Jabba, did stuff with the Empire, and that's how. And then in Return in the original trilogy, that's how that trust is kind of there with the Empire and Boba and Jabba and Boba. So I think that's what he was doing.
That's true. Well, here's my thing. Do you like? I remember one episode, Mace Windu. I think he sets up a bomb. He tries to kill him. It's a clone trooper instead or something. I would think that his number one goal would be to kill Jedi. I mean, don't you think that Mace Windu killed his father?
He just wanted to kill Mace Windu, and Mace Windu ended up dying anyways. I don't think he personally gave a crap about the Jedi Order. He just specifically wanted vengeance on the person that killed his dad.
That's true. That's true. I forgot about the Clone Wars because I didn't watch every single season. I only got to season 5 and Disney Plus for now. So I have to wait until they put it back on. So that sucked. Yeah, so I missed like at least a season and a half. I'm like, shit. Bobby, you're right. That's true. That's a very good point. But I did 3 videos a while ago on like Grievous and Dooku. I did a video on, and if you learn about them, they're another, like, they fit into the category of the Sand People. Like most people just say, "Oh, they're evil." Yeah, but they didn't start that way. They didn't. Like Dooku was a Jedi. I mean, he trained. Qui-Gon Jinn was his apprentice. and he was Master Yoda's apprentice. So he didn't just turn bad. So I'm saying, like, okay, that's his master and that's his apprentice. Something happened in between, right?
Yeah,
He was
that's
a
why I
Jedi
think.
Knight, you know.
Yeah, that's why I think there should be more like films are dedicated to characters. Like maybe we get a Dooku movie all about Dooku because I think there are more character stories that can be. We've only explored the Skywalker thing going on, maybe a bit of Palpatine. We haven't explored what Count Dooku's story is, what Qui Gon's story is. Like, there's so many other characters that we can expand on, but that's why I feel like they should continue
And
the.
and on the side note of this, so we don't get any backstory on Count Dooku and Qui-Gon Jinn, but we get uh movies on Rey. I mean,
Yeah,
that's right there. That's crap, right? I want to see more Qui-Gon and Count Dooku stuff, not some feminist girl, that
I
can do
agree.
everything.
Boba asks, "Do you guys think Boba is going to get his armor back? What do you guys think?"
I'll be
On
honest. I don't think he can really. I don't think he's really bothered by that. I mean, obviously he doesn't have his armor for a reason, and if he was really concerned about getting his armor, he could have easily gotten it. I'm pretty sure he could have gotten it back. He knew. I mean, he's been watching it. I don't think so, in my opinion.
hmm, a little more split because I feel like Disney could do something where they're like, oh, calling they're like Mandalorian in the end, like he hands back the armor to Boba or something. Like
So
I
I
could
feel like they'd fight over it. I feel like they'd fight over it if they're gonna go in that route.
they
Kind
might
of.
actually they might, but I feel like Disney could do something like that just to like, oh, look, he got his armor back, and I feel like they would do something like that, but I'm not
Something
really
better
sure. I'm not
and
really
less.
sure.
I feel like they could do something less predictable.
But I don't think they are going to do that. So
Well, we'll see. Mandalorian has surprised us so far, so we'll see. Remember, these are different directors. This is not the sequel trilogy, so I have higher standards for them.
I was thinking,
So
like, is it possible that he escaped? So his first thought is like, okay, I got to survive. I don't know where I am. I don't know what the hell is going on. Everybody's gone. And I would be like, if you're in the middle of the desert, I think your first thing is survival. So he might not have known. Like, again, we don't know what happens and how he gets out, what happens, how he loses his armor. It's possible he didn't know that he lost his armor, or maybe the Jawas saved him and they wanted his armor, so to spare his life and maybe get him on track, water and food, and took him to the town or something. He was like, okay, you can keep my armor if you save me. So I mean, that's what was going through my brain. Maybe he knew the Jawas had traded for his survival. I don't know. I mean,
I have a thought come up in my head. So we know Boba is kind of a more so revenge. He likes revenge, right? So with what happened to Jango Fett and how he died by Mace Windu, wouldn't he want vengeance on Han Solo for what he did to him? It seems like he's the type of guy or type of character that is like, well, he's got to die for this. So it doesn't make sense to me why he wouldn't go after Han and try to kill him, you know. So I'm wondering about that.
I agree. Yeah, he would. I feel like he would do that.
I agree. I think he would. It's the type of character he is. So
yeah, I think it would too, but because then that would question why he came on Tatooine. Is there a reason?
sure,
I mean, is he protecting
maybe
something?
how did we don't know the timeline of when he got out of the Sarlacc pit though, you know. So
They
who
said, I think,
knows?
didn't they say that this is taking place 5 years after the Return of the Jedi?
5 years?
I think
I'm
it's
not
5 years.
exact.
I know it's
Okay,
not far because it's between the Force Awakens and the Rebels. Just they're just taking over the galaxy. It's kind of new to them. It's
right.
not This is not like they're established and everything's going. So I know this is kind of new, which would mean that it's only been 5 years since Return of the Jedi, or 10 years, whatever it's been. I'm wondering why he's hanging on Tatooine. I'm wondering if there's a specific reason that he's there. I mean, you said Jabba. It's possible he is working for Jabba at
Oh,
this time.
Jabba's dead.
Oh, that's right. Maybe he's working for his cousin, his Hut cousin, or something.
Who knows?
I mean, because
I know Tatooine has a lot of deals for bounty hunters and smuggling and stuff. That's why you see Han there. That's why you see all of them there in the Clone Wars on Tatooine. So maybe it's a hot spot for him. And so yeah,
Chad.
I think I don't know. He might just be. I don't. Is he still in the bounty hunting business? Do we still know this? Like that he's.
well, we don't know that, but I don't see why he would just how's does he make
I
money?
could see
Well,
it.
he becomes
No,
a farmer. I don't get
I honestly could see that because I mean he is getting kind of like at that age where you retire or something like that. Especially for bounty hunters, like you can't bounty hunt forever. Like Jango Fett, if he continued to live, he wouldn't have like been shooting people at 9 years old. Like that's not. So I feel like maybe he's just living normally now, maybe in Tatooine, because I don't see why he'd still be in Tatooine if he escaped. Like why would he be there? Because Jabba's dead.
He kind of claimed why with the business, bounty hunter business. He has relevance to be there.
And
He
I'm not even
does.
sure. Okay, remember in the one of the episodes where like there's a young bounty hunter and stuff.
What
Well,
about
they said that something about like the bounty hunting thing wasn't even in Tatooine anymore. Like it wasn't as prominent as it was back then. Like the jobs, they couldn't find him a job to do, something like that. They said something like that. So even then, I don't think Tatooine would be the best thing to do. I don't think I don't think he's a bounty hunter. That's my guess. I don't think he is anymore.
No,
I don't think he's in that business.
we'll see. Maybe we would have seen even quicker if we didn't get the filler episode.
Yeah, we would have.
And the other thing I wonder, because he's got to have Slave One. God knows where it's got to be somewhere there. Because when we see he's at Jabba's palace, so I'm saying, okay, Jabba's palace didn't blow up, and even if Jabba's dead, well, he could have the palace if he wanted to, right? Or his cousins, because Clone Wars introduces his cousins and stuff, right? So is it possible that maybe he's there and he's working for one of his cousins, his little nephew or whatever, the baby? I don't know. I just remember there was like during the Clone Wars movie, Anakin and Ahsoka save his baby. So he has offspring. He has his cousin Zero. Is it possible that his palace is still there? I mean, they never go into any of that.
Yeah, I don't think we could be 100% certain right now, but I'm not sure.
Well, if you had a theory, what would be your theory?
I would say he's just retired. Is my theory.
What do you think he would go at? You think he's planning to go after Han?
That would make sense, but then it's kind of like, well, Han's in the sequel trilogy, so maybe, just maybe, because they have Alden Ehrenreich as Solo, they could do something like that where Boba maybe goes after Han, but he ends up failing and dying. He is older. I'm not sure. They could do something. I'm not exactly sure, but I'd like to see that. And obviously, we don't see Boba in the sequel, so what happened? Maybe he died by Han. We don't know. They could do something with it.
Yeah, they could, especially since he doesn't have the armor now.
Yeah, but where would the Mandalorian be in that and all that? Like,
I'm saying it doesn't have to be in the Mandalorian show. It could be its own thing.
I don't feel like they would do that. I don't feel.
So you think that maybe they're setting up for Boba Fett?
I mean, why not? You know what I mean?
I don't.
It would be funny.
It seems unlikely to me.
But listen, you need to think corporation-wise, and they don't just think about the fan base. They think
even corporation-wise. I don't think they're going to do that. But
I mean, it's a possibility. You can't just turn it down right away. It's a possibility.
I don't know. It seems super unlikely, but
well,
who knows? Maybe.
I'll leave you with this thought. When they were doing a Obi-Wan Kenobi movie before Solo bombed, they were also doing a Boba Fett movie. And then
Yep.
it's not production. And then they announced that McGregor was going to do a 4-part miniseries on Disney Plus. So, well, if they went from movie to Disney Plus, it's kind of possible that they could do a Boba Fett spinoff. I think it would sell.
I think it would too.
I mean, because
they have the actor for it. He came back.
yeah, I mean, because
I
they
feel
are
like-
doing the Mando. I mean,
I feel like
you
it'd be a bit too similar to Mandalorian, though. I feel like they should branch out and try to do different stuff.
that's the thing. I was thinking myself, like the way you were, because I was like, yeah, but if we got the Mando, but then again, Boba doesn't have his armor. It's so much question. Like,
I
they
feel
could-
like
I feel like our questions are going to be answered in this second season of
Yeah.
The Mandalorian. So
one thing
you'll see.
one thing I want to see more of actually in the Mandalorian is like more of the Republic. Like what does the Republic look like? What does Coruscant look like? What is it all? Is it like established pretty well, or is it just kind of still kind of messed up? Like I'm wondering how that all works. But I don't think we're gonna get that in Mandalorian. So maybe some other show. But I hope we get that.
the only thing I tell you, because I dug a little deep, is that Dave Filoni said that it's kind of the early stages, so they really don't have it like the Empire did, where it was like, oh, they're all marching and planets, and everybody's scared of them, and they have like order. Here they said they kind of don't have order yet because it's kind of new what happened. So they have tons of galaxies to figure out how they're going to govern it, what they're going to do, how they're going to rebuild. So he said they're still in the beginning stage. Mendo was like, listen, I had the ship pre-Empire, like the Empire wasn't here, so I never needed what you're asking for. So, you should give me clear time. And they were just like, no. And he's like, crap, I get this, I got to get to that planet without this interference. Because the reason why I remember now, the reason why he left, he tried to escape them, because they were going to take him somewhere else off his target. And he's like, I can't afford that. I need to find my kind here. So I remember, I was like, yeah, that's why he left. I just remembered. So that's, I think we're going to see as we go along, we'll see how there's not law and order yet on certain areas, how it's like we start the Mandalorian off with the Empire, and you're like, what? The Empire was still in control of this planet? Like no one knew, but apparently they still have presence, and we haven't seen Moff Gideon yet with the Darksaber. Oh, that's another one that you guys can do. How the hell did he get the Darksaber?
Well, it looks like Satine's sister might have just died.
I feel like she did die fighting against the Empire, maybe.
No, man. You remember how the Darksaber works. Winner, Darth Maul, how do you gain the Darksaber? It's through respect, the Mandalorian respect.
Well, how would you know that the guy would respect it?
How would they know that Darth Maul was going to respect it? All right.
Well, okay, Maul's a Sith. Like he likes those kind of traditional things. But
It doesn't matter though.
This guy,
I think that that Satine's sister said, "All right, you gotta abide by these rules," and he agreed to them, and he ended up winning and killing her.
I feel like maybe he did do that, but I feel like the Empire would just they could just get an ATSC and shoot at her and kill her and get the lightsaber. Like I feel like they would do that because it's like, oh, we're not gonna do that. It's a waste of time. So I feel like I don't know, but
I mean,
he definitely could have beat her.
Right? You can, yeah.
You know what I was thinking? It just hit me in the head. Tatooine, I forgot about this. In episode 1, they're controlled with all the bounty hunters. Like the minute Mando leaves with the baby, every fob goes off, and every bounty hunter's after him. And when he's getting paid, he's like, "Oh, I have Imperial credits." What is that going to get me? And then he has Imperial Scar, and I'm like, wait a minute, a lot of Imperial stuff here. I'm thinking that maybe Boba Fett at this point is working for the Empire. Is that a possibility?
Something to think about.
I don't know.
Possibly maybe Boba Fett was involved with Moff Gideon, and maybe he snipes her because he does have this big ass gun on his back. Is it possible that maybe he helps Moff Gideon? Hey, you take her on, and if things go sour, I'll just shoot her from behind or something, and you win. Do you think that maybe it's kind of a mix? Maybe he does fight her and he agrees, but like Chad said, maybe he had help from Boba Fett.
Maybe you should be the one doing the what ifs, eh?
Maybe I should. But you
Have
guys
you ever done a what if?
No, I
No,
never.
he's never. Listen, he said he was never good at them, but I don't know. I think this is something else.
Maybe I'll have to do one on this now because you guys. I'll have to give you full credit.
I think it will bang. I think it's gonna get the views. I mean, I did a lot of topical stuff in its time, like the Clone Wars when the Clone Wars was popular. This was popular, and it got the views. And considering that you're at 2000, if you did it, I'm sure it'd get double than what I made. So I think about.
That's something for me to think about. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm going to think about that. That'd be interesting. What if hadn't Moff Gideon, what
you seen that girl. All you gotta do is think about it in your head, talk about it maybe with someone, and then write it down as you're doing it. I mean, there you go. There's a video right there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think I might do a little homework. You guys gave me this idea. Speaking of which, when are we going to get Marvel's Hotties tier list? When does that count?
Listen, I've talked about it with him before, but I don't know.
Well, someday we're gonna get.
I think he's more interested in doing the Star Wars Rose.
No.
He wanted to do that. He wanted to.
Star Wars what?
Listen, I think he's more interested in that.
No, let's do the Marvel ones. All right. Let's do the Marvel ones.
Hey, listen. You've told me about your Anakin thing. It's all right, man. All right.
I mean, let's be honest here. Everybody has the Anakin thing, okay? Let's be honest, okay?
No, I have
a good-looking guy, man. All right.
Han's above it. Han's above. All
right. No. That's a lie. That's a lie right there. Okay. Actually, let's ask Rob. Rob, Anakin or Han?
What do you mean? In what way?
Who's more
better looking?
Yeah.
Anakin's got a more of a baby face. He's got more and Han comes off more like a rugged, tough guy. Now, women, if you ask me, the women are going to go more for Han because they like the bad boy. That's what women like. Women like Han.
Yeah. For you,
but
there
are a lot of women who like the nice guy, and Padme, who was way older, fell right away for what was the nice guy. Turns out to be the bad boy. So, I mean, it's tough because we don't see
Han 100%. Anakin is way too personality wise is Han.
Yeah, because Anakin comes off a little creepy, a little bit. That would make, if you came listen, okay, let's say you had their personalities, right? So you have the guy who acts like an asshole and Han, right? And that would turn some women off. They wouldn't like it. They'll take a hike. But then you have the creepy guy, which would really okay, you can go over there, So that's where I'm thinking, okay, personality-wise, that I would have to lean more towards Han. I'd have to give him more but also we're getting an older version of Han, So the younger version of Han, he was very mature. I mean, he wasn't whiny, He knew what he wanted. He knew he wanted Kira. It was right away. I know I want you. What it takes to get you. We're going to get the hell out of here.
Honestly, though, he kind of reminded me of Anakin a little bit there because he was working like that's his only goal is to
Yeah, but the thing
basically
is,
get Kira again.
one became a maniac, and the other one kind of just.
Yeah, he got over it. Anakin just like going crazy in his mind. He's like, oh, so yeah.
Okay,
So
so
yeah,
I'll give you another one. Who would
You're
you
gonna see
pick?
Marvel.
Okay, who would you pick? Mace Windu or Obi-Wan woman? Who would you pick?
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Did you say Obi-Wan? Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan or Mace?
Ian
And
McGregor.
give me a reason.
Listen,
Oh,
Ian
that beard,
McGregor,
bro.
Ian McGregor can rock the beard. Mace, I'm sorry, he can't really rock the bald head. To be honest,
If Mace had a beard though, I think it wouldn't look bad, but he doesn't. So
it wouldn't be able to be Ian McGregor's beard though.
no, it wouldn't. His beard is
Okay,
like
what
top
about
notch.
personality-wise?
Oh,
Obi.
he even okay.
Babes, Satine liked he has a good personality. Mace though, he's way too serious. He's way too like into his work, too serious. Obi-Wan is too, but I mean, he's snarky, he's sarcastic, he jokes around. So
Yeah,
He's like that. They like to laugh. Yeah, it's a good point. Good point. The ladies wouldn't like too serious. So we got creepy and we got serious. We got a tough guy and we got a comedian. So
other people.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Let's think of other people. Let's see.
Go ahead, throw two if you want.
I don't know.
So this is gonna be the title, all right? The hottest Star Wars fan, right?
I mean, this is where the conversation went, man.
It's just funny. I didn't expect it to go there, but okay. I'll put it this way: Star Wars, you could be any character you want to be—a bounty hunter, a smuggler, a Jedi, a Sith, a farmer, whatever you want to be. Who would you be? Why would you be? And what would you be doing now if you were in the galaxy?
I would be. I think. All right. Are we? How do we know if we are force sensitive or not? Because we can't just choose. Like,
okay, let's say we're not force sensitive. Let's keep Jedi out of it. Let's keep Jedi and Sith out of it. You could be a pilot, a mechanic, a smuggler, a bounty hunter, a store owner, whatever. You could be what you want. Just know you don't have any force. Maybe you can be force sensitive to help you do something better.
So basically, we're the bottom of the notch, right? So we suck. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I would have to say,
powerful still, but
when we come face to face with the force sensor, we're gonna get our ass.
Dead, yeah.
Yeah, but you could be a Wedge Antilles. You could be
probably.
Solo.
Honestly, I think a pilot would be cool. To be honest with you,
I think Han Solo just because he got with some nice babes. To be honest,
like somebody like Poe Dameron, I would say.
Yeah, Poe. You could be Poe.
Poe got rejected, man. He's done.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Somebody
somebody like Luke. Let's say Luke.
Luke died a virgin.
Who know? We don't know. We don't know, man.
He did. I mean, unless him and Ray had something going on, we don't know.
Okay. Oh my god.
I mean, there's something going on that island.
Okay, so listen, let's talk about Poe. Poe, okay, he got rejected, but that's his fault. No, he had the opportunity. She wanted to be with him. Like she says, "Why'd you go? Go? I had to fight the fight," and blah blah blah. I have to say, I hated that ending. I hated.
This is the issue with. All right, they're all up in their feelings. They can't. I mean, he basically did he was doing his duty instead of sitting out, doing what married couples usually do. He was actually fighting. So
are they promoting like instead of doing your duty, just go with your girl? Like is that what they're trying to say? That's the
issue with the dude. Seriously,
I feel like in the end they should have got together instead of what happened. Like
she's way too spunky. All right, that's the issue with spunky.
Like I feel like okay, you just ended the war, right? So what now? So why not now? Why not? If she's playing again, dude, just don't give up. Say, okay, all right, I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Listen, Poe is probably like, I can't be bothered with this girl anymore. I'm just gonna,
Yeah,
I
but
would, I would the
he,
same.
he's the dummy that left her. I mean, so of course he's going to be some kind of
He's
way.
yeah, he's the dummy that became a badass pilot and actually,
Yeah.
became very impactful and basically saved her. All right, so
True.
she's the dummy here. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously,
Yeah.
what did she? What
She's
did
all
she?
right.
She sat around on her ice planet, whatever, whining about, oh, my man left me, stuff like that. Like, take a hike.
Yeah, I feel like Poe is really like. I think he did the right thing, to be honest
Yeah,
with you. And you know what his payoff was? Zero. He didn't get anything.
nothing.
So
He didn't eat nothing at all. All right.
Well, I think his payoff was that he helped the galaxy. I mean, the overall
okay, that's
picture.
true. That's true.
If we look
But
at the
still,
overall picture, like Han wanted to hightail it and run, right? He's like wanted to go pay Jabba, go on his way, do about his smuggling stuff, and then he's had a second thought. She was like, her, and he's like, "Don't look at me like that, Now you make me feel a certain way." And then Han turned around and said, "You know what? How could I do this? I really like these guys. And they want me here. I feel wanted, and I think." The Han didn't have that feeling since Kira, besides Chewie, he didn't have anybody,
yeah.
And I think that that's what made him turn, you know. And hey, everybody gives credit to Luke on that Death Star, but if Han didn't shoot, where would Luke be?
Be
Would Luke
gone.
even have that shot?
No, I doubt it.
Now, did you guys see this Lego Star Wars trailer? Did you guys see it?
I think
Uh,
so.
no.
All right. You saw it, Chad, right?
I think so.
It's the
I'll be
one
right
when you'll be right back. Okay. Hopefully he goes. It's the one
Yeah,
when
maybe.
Ray meets Vader, and
Ray.
they're Legos, and Vader gives Palpatine a gift like a mug, and he
Oh,
throws
I
it.
don't. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I don't think I watched it. I don't think I watched what you watched. I watched something else probably.
They're coming out. Well, anyway, it just got released, and they're coming out with Lego
Oh.
Star Wars Christmas Special. And
Oh.
I'm a little nervous. I mean, when you see it, you'll understand. I'm nervous because there's a scene. They're trying to get like Ray goes into the past, and they're trying to
Mhm.
bring back nostalgia. They show like the Death Star scene, but the
Mhm.
problem is she falls in the cockpit with Luke just as he's about to blow up the Death Star. And I'm like,
So
oh no, don't tell me that now Ray is gonna accidentally push the
Ray.
button.
Yeah, it's Ray who did it. Oh
I'm
my goodness.
so nervous of this, man. I'm like, oh my, and then she's fighting Vader.
Mhm.
So I'm like, so wait. So you're gonna blow up the first Death Star, and now you're gonna fight and you're gonna beat him, and you're gonna change the whole original.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Dude, I'm
but
so nervous of this happening.
I think. Wait, did it release already? The game?
It's not a game. It's a show coming out for
Oh, it's a
Christmas.
show. Oh, I thought you meant it's a Lego thing, right?
They're also gonna have a video game. It's Lego. First of all, the show is Lego Star Wars Special.
Oh, okay.
So
used to
it's
watch
coming
those
out
Lego games,
December. We're like a month away. And so I mean,
Well,
Luke didn't see it. You guys got to see it. I'm telling you, you got to watch it. And
we'll see.
it's
All right, I'll check it out.
it's scary because they show Rey goes into the past, and she finds a Jedi temple on Batu or wherever she is. Batu. She finds this key that takes her to the past, and she winds up in Luke Skywalker's cockpit as he's about to destroy the first Death Star.
Oh, fuck that, dude. No, I'm
Dude,
not watching that.
no, but you
I'm
have to
not.
watch the trailer because I was like, "Oh, mother, man, are they about to change everything here? Is this going to be canon? Are they going to like make Ray do everything?"
Like always, I mean, women taking for the guys, of course.
And then she's fighting Vader in this, by the way. She fights Darth Vader in this. Through
Oh,
time.
of course she does. And in reality, she get her
I
ass
bet
whipped.
did she
Like it would be one blow and she'd be done. All right. I mean, let's be honest here.
They might as well add like the Mustafar. She killed Anakin. It wasn't Obi-Wan. She moved the saber, and then she's the one who actually killed Anakin. It wasn't Obi-Wan. Might as well just do that. What else? I'm trying to think of something else. She killed.
Might as well have her be the one that kills Qui-Gon. Let's have her kill Yoda.
Oh no, she was the one. She was the one who actually sliced Maul in half. It wasn't Obi-Wan. She helped him out. Like someone. So yeah.
Yeah, you guys should do a video on that, man. I'd be rolling on the floor if you do.
Yeah, okay, we'll see. I'll talk to Luke.
A few ideas.
You should do a react to it and then do a video.
I'll talk. We'll work it out.
I'll have to watch it. I'll be forced. I'll have to put that on right away. If that drop, I'm gonna have to jump and see it. That'd be so fun. I'm telling you, that's my biggest fear right now. I'm scared that they're gonna change this December with this Lego thing. I'm just so scared, man. You have to watch it because we were going off. We were on Justin Proper show last night. Bullshit. We were all like,
"Oh yeah."
We were like, "Oh my god!" When he showed it, we were like, "Oh my god, this is not happening." We were all nervous. All of us were nervous.
Yo, I went on the This Weekend Bullshit. I went on there like a bit ago, and I clicked on it, and there was like the song we played at the end of part 2 with Cameron, that music, that dun dun dun. You know that? But they were all staring at Slave Leia picture. They were all staring at a Slave Leia picture, going like that. Like I was like, what the hell is this?
What a nice way.
Yeah, I joined it, and it was all of them. They're just like that. Like I'm like, okay. They're like just staring at it. Like,
how many were they? How many?
There was like 7. I think there was girls in there too.
7. Damn.
I'll give you another one. What happens? How about this? What happens to Kira?
I don't know.
Her, and she becomes Maul's servant, and that's where we see the slave Kira. All right.
Good one. I'd like it, but I don't think Disney's gonna do that.
That would be hot, to say the least. Maul would be sitting back like, there we go.
I think that's your ultimate fantasy. If you saw that, I think Luke would sit at the movie every hour it was on. He'd be like, "What time's the next showing? 2? Can I have a ticket, please?"
Yeah.
4? Okay, yeah. Buy that one. Mom, I'm not coming tonight. I'll see you in a week. Luke would be like at every showing. Luke would be sitting there, would take a shower for a week, eating popcorn.
The time of the life, all right?
Yeah.
I think Shad with me. All right, we do it together.
By the way,
Shad, I'm more of a Leia guy. Okay, not.
Sequel Leia.
Honestly, sure. I don't like it. No.
All right, so you pick Kira, Luke, and Shad? Who's yours?
I think Padme's better. I think Padme's better than Kira.
Actually,
Padme. Okay.
I think Padme's better too.
Padme's probably my favorite of them all. Second's Kira, and then third would be Leia.
Chad?
Same thing, except number 1, I probably Padme. I would agree with him, and then second's Leia, and then Kira.
Okay. By the way, that's cool. I like that. It's a nice game chair. I like that, man. It's really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you go. Oh, cool, man. You got the leather jacket going on. You got the leather chair. I was like, he's got his hair done.
Yeah.
All you need is the shades, man. You get the shades, you're set. That's it.
Yeah. Trust me, don't tempt him. He has them.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what we're going to call him, the Shadnator. That's what it'll be.
Oh, no. Not another nickname. Oh, no.
Shadnator. No. You mind if I tell him that one nickname? At school.
Go ahead.
All right, so he had a little nickname at school, and even some girls called him this, Shaddy Daddy.
Shaddy Daddy.
Yeah. People called me a lot.
That's great.
Yeah, it is.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
I could see you like riding a motorcycle like 6 years from now. I see you just putting the shades, hopping on the ride.
Maybe who knows? Who knows?
I just
I
see it
can see it.
happening, man. I see it. I don't see Luke like that though. I see you
I,
more
I
like
got
that.
I gotta learn how to drive first, but yeah, we'll see.
Happen. It can happen, man. If
Yeah.
I can do it, anybody can do it. Trust me. So
Yeah.
that's you
Right.
just be nervous, but you guys are gonna do it. That's easy. That's cake. Luke, you drive,
I
right?
know how to drive. What do you mean?
You drive, right, Luke?
Oh yeah, I drive.
Yeah. So you'll do it, man. You'll do
Yeah.
it when the timer's right. You'll know when. You'll know when to drive. That's all. So what you guys doing on your channel? You guys want to talk about your channel while we got a little bit of time?
Yeah, sure.
Mm.
We can do that.
Go ahead.
Chat and go ahead.
I'm always the one. Okay. Well, our channel is. Do I explain what our channel is about, or what do I like?
Yeah, sure. You could explain what you guys
Alright.
doing, what videos you've been doing, what you
Well,
plan on
Future
doing.
projects, all that good stuff.
we're planning on doing a bit more what ifs because those seem to be really popular. So what ifs is probably our number one priority right now. We're gonna probably put out some tier lists in the future because
Yep.
they also do well. And like Rob said, maybe the Marvel Hotties tier list is coming out. Maybe. And versus too. We're gonna do versus. I'm gonna do. What was it again? I forgot. Luke. Count Dooku versus who? Oh, Count Dooku versus Windu. Yeah. So that's coming out. So we are. That's our current plans for our channel. Our channel's doing pretty good right now. We're about to hit 150. So make sure to subscribe.
Nice.
And
Yes, you
by the
gotta
way,
check that Entertainment Crew. Good.
half of our audience is female for some reason.
Hey,
It's
man.
like half and half right now.
Shatty Daddy. You
Yeah,
know? That's what I'm saying, man. He's Shatty Daddy there. You guys are gonna go.
I think my line that I said they all went over. They took it to reality, right?
There you go, man.
Uh,
You got a girl groupie going on.
They knew he was single, and they had to go over, right?
Who was the girl that was always on Cameron's?
Oh,
she was always there. Like everything, Cassie.
Cassie, she's simped for him. Let's be honest, all right.
I don't think. Yeah,
dude, she commented on all the videos. She went on all the streams. She was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but girls when they simp, it's not really noticeable.
It's more subtle. It's more subtle, but
yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong
on.
with him. I think you guys like go to his channel and say, dude, what the hell's wrong with you? You know, I think you need to like slap some sense into him or something, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that one live stream he did. We were on his case for sure.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we were.
I think you were there too, dude. He's like, Luke, I saw that. Quit being cheeky.
Oh, it's awesome. That's so awesome, man. Are you guys still gaming, or are you not gaming? What's the story with that?
We were gonna do stream today. Every Friday.
Every Friday. Yeah. What time do you stream?
We don't know yet. We
still haven't figured that out. But usually we stream Friday, or sometimes we stream Saturday. So like sometimes we don't have time on Friday, so we just do it the day nearing Friday, like either Saturday or Sunday.
Are you going to stream like after this stream? Are you going to start streaming, or
maybe
or maybe tomorrow? I'm not sure. I'll have to talk to Luke about.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, because if you want, maybe I'll jump on. So check it out. Cool. So you guys are doing great. I'm happy for you guys. That's really good. I think you should keep it up. Like my friend said, he said, don't stop, because when you stop and you give up, you know, something is hitting. He said, you got to go with it. And I think you guys have done well with, like you said, the tier list, the what ifs, and I hated it. I'll be honest. When you guys stopped and then Cameron stopped and Jedi Purse stopped, I was like, man, this sucks, because you guys were the first 3 channels I always watched. Like, when I come home, whatever, baby goes to bed. First thing I did is I'm going to make sure I watch all 3 channels. Then you didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. No one did anything. I was like, man, the 3 channels that I watch automatically are not doing anything. So I kind of got
We're back in
lost.
business now, so.
You're back though.
Yeah, we're probably going to record Mandalorian second episode review tomorrow. So
After he actually watches it, of course.
after I watch
No. Now that I know you guys are back, because I just thought you were gaming, so I was like, okay, if I catch this stream, I'll jump on. But now I know you guys are back. Yeah, good. Now I got something to watch tonight, so that's awesome. Good. So I'll check out your videos because I knew Cameron was back because his was flashed across my screen, so I knew he was back, and I saw Jedi Purge drop. So I was like, okay, let me go check it out. But I didn't see you guys dropping.
Purge's thing. Purge literally made the old Captain America. He's like, did Joe Biden? Is that Joe Biden that played as old Captain America? He made a video about it. I'm like,
that's funny. That's funny. Honestly, I can imagine the scene right now. Like, that's
he actually was acting like genuine about it. That's what I thought was like going to be a joke video, but he was actually serious about it. He's like, I think that's Joe Biden. I think that's.
I gotta check this out. That's great, man.
I can see it, man. I can see it.
That's funny. That's really
no.
funny.
I'm not even joking though. He legitimately looks like Joe Biden in that picture.
Oh yeah, he does.
Like 100%.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. So you guys just said it, and I'm like, holy crap, you guys are right. He does look like Joe Biden. That's great.
Yeah, more wrinkled version, like the 90-year-old Joe Biden.
That's funny, man. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna cut out. If you haven't checked out Entertainment Crew, hopefully you're watching this on replay. Make sure you do check out their channel. Go over. I always community. They're back. Maybe I'll be back a little bit more now. So make sure you check out the Entertainment Crew if you haven't. They can drop videos. You're gonna miss a lot because they're really great guys and they got really good stuff over there. You're gonna enjoy it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Doesn't hurt. Just click it. Really telling you, it doesn't hurt. And with that, guys, I'm really happy you guys are here. I'm going to end it. Just stay on if you guys will give me a minute before you go. That'd be okay? Sure. Okay. All right, everyone. Be well. I'll see you next time. And until then, be safe. Be well. Enjoy. I'll see you next week for my third Mandalorian review. Hopefully it's a bit better than this one was. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Have a good weekend.